and entertain y'all with, I don't know, what the hell I'm doing. Maybe you guys will enjoy this. So we'll have time for questions and comments and other things. Lots of curiosities in this world that I have about all sorts of things. I think a lot of people would probably also have similar curiosities that I do to this realm. On these holidays and what's going on and how people and who people, what's going on, who's here, what's good, what is good. What's good, people? Who's here? How you feeling? How's your day going? You know, you gotta like Talib Kweli said, you know, gotta get up, you know, ripe and early in the morning. The amount of hilarity that is the world. Just the abundance of silliness in the world sometimes. That's how hilarious things are to me. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about some funny. I like funny. What am I snacking on next? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I should do dishes right now. If I should. Okay, we got a little wine here for cooking within a little bit. That coffee that I've already eaten coffee. Yeah. You ever eat coffee? Well, you can eat coffee. Honestly, it's put it on vanilla. Oh man, here's how to eat coffee. This is a real deal. This is a real thing. Get yourself some vanilla ice cream and whiskey, and then put coffee grinds on it. Bonkers. Don't put coffee on it, just coffee grinds. Vanilla ice cream. But you want it nice and small little. So you have your vanilla bean specks and then the coffee bean specks. Whiskey, vanilla ice cream, boom. I got a beer, but let's have some wine right now. That's what I'm gonna have. That's what I'm gonna do, Carson. And maybe I'll flip this over to my Zoom in a second or two, and we'll discuss from there. Let's get some vino. You got a whole liter of piss? I got a whole liter of piss sitting here, but it's been aging because I'm gonna stick it up my butt. That's what I'm gonna do. Stick it up my butt. Vino. Welcome to the holiday extravaganza of I don't know, curiosities. Like, cause you're going to one of the places like, oh, I love these curiosities of the world. Like, you know, somebody like strong women and women with mustaches and people with two heads or whatever. I don't know. But I'm gonna have to adjust this lighting situation here. It's poking me right in my eyeballs. I don't like it. I don't like it. Listen here. There we go. There we go. That should be okay now. Welcome. I am waiting for the return of someone who I think is who attempted to. What's up, Gary Baxter? I'm waiting for the return of somebody who claimed to have given me cash, but it's quite interesting. Quite interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it is online. There's no people. People are absolutely 5 inches of cold ass snow last night. Nice. I got good 5 inches of something for you, Gary. That was not a genital or snow joke. That was I don't know, but it was something. You just fill in the blank of what you'd like 5 inches of, Gary. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. I've given up all this reality. This realm is so completely. Um, I don't know. 6 ways to Sunday. Isn't that what they say? F 6 ways to Sunday. That's so weird. So it's like what is algorithms? What's real online? What's even people? Are people real? Are there humans left out there? Are there any? Are there any real people? I mean, how many people are we walking by? Here's some questions I have. How many people are we walking by that are like wearing? If you've never seen it, when I first started watching it, it was like I can't watch this. I already know where this is going, and my brain's gonna go into overdrive, and I'm gonna freak the fuck out. And Westworld. Finally, I watched it, and I didn't freak out. I was just I was just like I can see where this is going, and I just thought it was gonna be lame. But then I watched it, and I was like, oh, this is probably what's going on. Like silicons and bots and organics and I mean obviously all the AI and the computer and nonsense. It's just it's really weird how it's all predicated towards no all of the AI that's supposed to be there to like I thought it was there to help us, but then people use it to scam people and to cheat and steal and lie and mimic and manipulate, and it's really weird, man. It's really strange. Gary, you can tell right away. Yeah, but I mean, that's Gary. How many people do you know? I mean, you don't have to believe me. You know what I'm saying? Most people do believe me because, well, there's a few things that I can't, I don't lie. It just doesn't make sense to me. And there's no reason. It's not making me, if there was something I was going to lie about to make me money, to do something for me, it wouldn't be that I did a 40-day fast, because it's like drinking piss. All I'll receive from that, from people I don't know, is ridicule. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else I tell that I drink pass, if I see somebody in person and I say, yeah, I drink my piss, you know what they won't do? They won't ridicule me. They know better. There's something that just happens. They won't. But online, if I say I drank piss, they'd be like, "Yeah, that's the waste. You're stupid. You're so." When I tell people I fasted for a long time in water, they believe me in person. Other people could say that. I know other people that say things that I know aren't true, and other people will go, "That's you're lying." They'll just know it. Yeah. And then Jello. That's hilarious. I've never put the two together, but I think that would kind of be an interesting. I think it would taste good. I think he probably meant jelly, but Jello, peanut butter and Jello would be interesting. I mean, Jello is only a little ways away from jelly, right? It's got the same kind of consistency and texture. Oh, the arcane, yeah, people will not like they. I won't let them do that. I'm like, not what you're talking about. You're completely, you're you're wrong. Well, I mean, online, I'm just like, you're not gonna learn. You're not gonna learn from me. You won't even do the research. In person, people won't say that to me. They have no. People don't want to. People will not. Uh, Maybe it's just me and the way I come off. Like when I look at somebody, like I'm serious, and there's a good chance I will fight you. I will physically fight you. I mean that's what I kind of ooze sometimes, but not really. I really will. I don't people. I don't. I don't, but they will get a stern talking to in their ear hole. Oh, dude, that's hilarious. They worry about you dying because you drink your urine. Yeah, tell her to stop worrying and do some research. You know, grow up. Stop like people that worry about other people. It's selfish. It's very selfish. It's it's like, oh, but I care. I'm worried. It's like, oh, it's like people, these, people that came out the woodworks when people die in Hollywood. all these like 14-year-old girls like, oh, Kobe Bryant, much love, peace, prayers up, rest in peace. Oh, I miss her. You don't even know who he is. You don't even know what he did. You don't even have, and who cares? An actor dies, something, and people just come out the woodwork because they want you to go, oh, well, you're a good person because you feel bad. You care. You're a good person. Good for you. They want attention. They're using somebody else's passing to garner attention for themselves. It's so obscene. We're not even getting to the point that like none of those things are real, but even if they were real, leave the motherfucker alone. You don't even know him, and even if you did, you wouldn't be out there like, oh, I care. It was like if your grandma died, would you be like online the next day, be like, prayers up for grandmama, prayers up for granny. She did the dead yesterday, and give me some thumbs up and likes. I cared about her a lot. And then be so far removed from somebody that you don't even know. And like, what's wrong with these people? Yep. Thing is, he didn't die. It's a complete fabrication. Just like people get shook from all of these nonsensical, uh, you know, these stupid made for TV movies that you see in the news. Good words. Mm. Oh, you call them rubberneckers? What about, yeah? You got the rubbers and you got the looky loos. You know about the looky loos? There could be somebody off the side of the road, and all of a sudden you're driving, and you're like, why is traffic going so slow? And then you get up ahead, and you realize everybody just slowed down on a highway. You're going 60, everybody's distance, and all of a sudden there's just a backup. Everybody's going like 20. And you get up a little ways, and there's a car off the side of the road. So people just slow down to look at it. Looky loos. Rubberneck, looky loos. Yep. Yeah, when someone does it, like how many people on this realm? Seriously, like how what? I used to think of it in percentage wise, and it's a fraction, of a fraction of a percent. There's probably less people have done a 40-day fast on water than have died from most diseases combined. Well, no, just give it even make a small number. Died from the flu. I don't know, in 1 year. Yeah, the drinking piss is more effective than coffee. I mean, I still like coffee. I just had some coffee. I like the effects of either one of them for different reasons. It's like a slow drip, pure energy from piss. Um, they both have a very similar effect on having a dump, but for different reasons. The coffee makes your internal thing kind of start to spaz a little bit. It starts to, you know, and then pushes stuff out. Where urine is more of a diuretic on its own. It's just a diuretic and a blood thinner. But they do have similar effects of like a caffeine or cocaine, which is interesting. And that may see for me, I prefer like right now, I prefer to go smoke a cigar and drink coffee and wine at the park. However, I don't know what store is going to be open right now that has cigars, and to get one, I'd have to perhaps to go all the way to the quarter, which is a whole. But it could be fun because the quarter might be popping. There might be people like hanging out and doing stuff because not everybody celebrates Christmas the same way. But it could be a waste of a streetcar ride. I told everybody on here. Let me plug my phone in. That I would perhaps go to the quarter today. See about watching some live music because I'm thinking there'll be some live music because it's the holidays, man. I mean, people do caroling and stuff here. In the past, people would be doing stuff for Christmas, or Christmas Eve, just like Halloween, just like Thanksgiving. Whereas this year, not so many places were open for Thanksgiving. So, not that places would have to be open for there to be music in the streets, but there's obviously less people traveling, less people here. So we'll see. I don't know. Robert Hammock. Decode almost in. I don't know. I can't decode what you just said, Robert Hammock. Decode almost in. I don't. I'm not following. Not following. This is one of the first times I'm not understanding. Hey Divine. Hey Divine, hey Divine, did you send me cash? Or was it your doppelganger? Hi Divine Light Hazel. Did you send me cash or was it your doppelganger? Or is that one you too? Do you have two accounts? Divine Hazel, Divine Light? Yeah, you're in fast keep you. Yeah, it's like it changes. Uh you got a quartz dab rig? That's awesome. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Hey, oh, you broke it? Oh, the crystal got too hot. That's a funny thing. That means the energy in the realm is going up, huh? Crystals as they vibrate faster, the vibration goes up. There's that has an ability to kind of fluctuate, and that's why it's clear. It's why they use it in so many things. Where other things are kind of specific radiation of energy, where quartz can heat up. But yeah, the fact that you touched your hand to it, put some of marshmallow root and aged urine, put it on that. It will heal that. Oh, Divine Hazel. Your other account is it Divine then space light then space then Hazel? Is that what it is? Were you just you were I don't remember if it was this that's why I was asking because I don't know which one's you. Hmm. So though you were on my last show and you sent me cash, yes? And how did you send me cash? Just trying to verify something with you. Hey Gary, where's never mind, bro? You're saying it to me, never mind, bro? Yeah, the that sucks. The rig broke, man. But the quartz crystals, that's interesting. Yeah, yeah, Divine. So the other account that you're on, is that the one you were on last show? And then you said you sent me something through something? I'm just trying to verify something from you that you're the same person. That's all. And did you or did you not send me an email? Just trying to make, just trying to clarify something here. Well, what's funny, Divine Light Hazel, is the thing that you sent me money through, as I looked it up, has nothing to do with PayPal. I'm pretty sure you never had my phone number. And as I looked it up, it said it's a scam. And it's always somebody sending $100. Kind of like going like, what the hell? So you did somebody steal your account? Are you the scammer yourself? Is your name even Hazel? Are you a woman? Are you just because I'm sure I've spoken to you before, but it was not through my phone number. You never had my phone number, so this is it seems really it's really awkward. It makes me feel very uneasy, uncomfortable, in fact. Yeah. So you email. You sent me something through my phone number which you never had. The thing when I looked it up, and the email that I got, I told you, I never told anyone to send me anything through my phone number. You didn't have my phone number. You have multiple accounts. Man, how hard you working? Like, what do you really do? Who are you? Where do you come from? Because there was a time I believe I spoke to a Divine Light Hazel on the phone with somebody else. But that wasn't through my phone number. That was through a different account. So when I didn't have this phone number. So I don't know how you have my phone number. Especially PayPal.me/, and then putting the name in correctly. That's how you would send it. That's how I told everyone to send me something. Never told anybody to use phone number. And it wouldn't come up as Ami's name, because that's not my phone number. It's not connected to my account, and nor would that be connected to Ami's name. So something's, and it's $100, which is when I've looked it up before. When I looked this, the thing that came on my phone, it's not connected to PayPal. Yes. Yeah, but again, but okay. If you are real, I have talked to you, but you have not. You again, if you are a real person on that side, I'm telling you again that you never had my phone number, and even if you did, there is 100% no send it through my phone number, and 200% reason that it's not connected to, a 2,000% reason it's not connected to my account, because I never connected this phone number to that account of my PayPal, and I could not, and I did not claim it. So you should have. So if you did send me something, once again, find a refund. So either you're scammy hammy, or somebody hacked your shit, or you got scammed somehow, because you're out $100 if that's what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So from my end, it comes off as mad scammy. From your end, if you really did send me something, I'm still confused why you do it through my phone number. I'm still confused how you had my phone number. And I clearly stated through all my videos and beneath how to send me money through paypal.me. And the thing that I got is not, again, for the 6,000th time, not connected to my PayPal, and it's not in my account. So you should find a way to get your money returned to you. It was through your PayPal account. I don't even know how you wouldn't if you send it through your PayPal account, it would automatically, it doesn't ask for a request. It doesn't request that I verify it. You just send the money and it just goes to my account. And it doesn't say PayPal dot whatever. It gives me a fake thing that I've looked up and everybody said it's a scam. So either you got hustled and you're out $100, or you're trying to scam me. One of the two is true. I hear you, Divine Hazel. So yeah, I know, and what you said, I know. Okay, well then, understand. Here, the baseline is this: either you are fake, or you're real and you got scammed, or you're trying to scam me and you're real, or you know what I'm saying? There's just no other ways around it. Or somebody, or the third option is somebody hacked your shit. That's about it. I don't know what else to say. That's the size of it. So on to other things. And if you do want to send me something, once again, do it through paypal.me / capital TSAR capital XEN. It works 100% of the time for anybody in the States, if you're in the States. Other places, there is, sometimes it's kind of jacked up. Some other countries, it's like, then I'm like, hey, accepting money from, a different bank system, and it just has to, like, for whatever, I don't know, that if I have to do, but it's always through my PayPal. It's not through something that's connected to my phone number, because it's not. Divine Hazel, you're sounding like a scammer now. I don't. The point is, what aren't you? See now somebody. So I'm guessing that somebody hacked Divine. So anybody else here? Does anybody here know Divine Hazel? Her shit got hacked then, or if she's doing it, like, I don't understand. I know. And do you want me to explain how a hack works in the opposite direction? Every hack is done where somebody's acting like they're giving you something, and it flips. It happens the other way. How do you think old women get scammed all the time from the Nigerian scam? The other ones where old ladies, oh, just give me your information so I can put it into your, that's, I don't know. Yeah. It's just funny because she's been on so many of my shows and she's always a delight and she's very funny. And I've talked to a person that is. See, if you are a real person, you wouldn't be asking me how, by you giving me money, would it be trying to scam me. You would be more concerned with the fact that you're out $100 and I don't have it. If you sent me $100 and it's not, and I'm telling you I didn't get it, your first question should be like, God damn, somebody did hack your shit. But in fact, I'm starting to get a feeling, if I go with my instinct here, that it's the other way around. Well, that's what I'm saying. If it was through PayPal, which is giving me, again, listen to me very closely, that phone number that you said you used, I don't remember giving you, but even if you had it, it still is not connected to my account. PayPal.me / and I would never have to verify something through my phone. It would always be done through my PayPal app, which it was not done. And I'm not going to take a picture of it and verify it and show you. I'm just telling you, and it's the same thing that every other thing that I looked up said scam. It's going to ask for somebody's going to try to give you $100. What's your last name? You told me your last name was something else, and then the last name I get on here, it's all capitis diminutis, which wouldn't be on PayPal, and it's a different last name than you said you had. So very confusing. So either your shit got hacked or you're doing some scammy shit. See, why did you resend it through my Gmail? I just see, this is retarded. I just told you I just told you how to send it. I told you do not use my Gmail account, do not use my phone number. They're not connected. Why would that even make any sense? Wow. People are really weird. So this either says you're 100% completely you're fake as a person, or somebody hacked Divine Hazel shit and is trying to use her shit to scam. So that's the only possibility, because I've just abundantly, blatantly, obviously made it clear there's one way to send me shit, and it doesn't include any of my emails or my phone number because they're not connected. So that I don't give out those things. I don't give out my number that's connected to my accounts. I don't give out my email that's connected to my accounts. It doesn't work that way. And I specifically said don't use those things because I don't verify it, because I can't verify it, because I don't have an account connected. What's not making sense about that? What's up, Marg? Oh, it's just so weird. Like the more good deeds or trying to help people you do, more of that, the more people will come out the woodworks trying to take advantage of shit. And they're so corny and fake, like just behind the scenes, like what? Like damn. If there is any kind of afterlife, if there's any kind of like retribution, if there's any kind of like, these types of people would, payment will be due in a very, soul, spirit, I don't know, whatever. Must be in some weird place, huh? So goofy, huh? I don't know, Marg, you're new. Where are you from? What are you about? What's your shit? What's your game? Or are you just another algorithm like everything else, huh? Some of them in the past I could tell they're AIs, but some of them are AIs for different reasons, and so I'll respond because it's giving other people that I know are real answers to questions that they just didn't ask, which are cool. But then there's just like another set of like what's the function? What's the conjunction? What's the the conjunction? What's the function? What are these things doing? What's the point? Just to cut like, oh, I'm gonna cause people problems when like if people can hack shit, if people can, if you're that good at shit, then why don't you just do so? How people like make money off of some, they grind in like on the illegal. You could make more money doing it legally. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that means, instead of like fucking people over. You could make money on not fucking people over. If you can make money fucking people over, you can make more money helping people. That's a fact. I like how you spelled. That's how I used to spell algorithm too, because I thought it was an algo then a rhythm, which it is a rhythm, but they don't spell rhythm like that. An algorithm, yeah. Al Gore created the internet too, right? You're eating cheese for breakfast? Good for you. Eating that cheese. Hot cheese or cold cheese? Living cheese or dead cheese? Raw cheese or blue cheese? Blue cheese or snoochy woo cheese? What you know about the hoochie coochie? You ever wear coochie cutters? You ever drink some hooch wearing coochie cutters with the pooch? Well, that doesn't make any sense. See, you're definitely you're not even see this Divine Hazel thing. That somebody hacked her shit, or she is fake. I just said 50 fucking times that Theo Loomis isn't connected, and there's no way they would give me money through that because they can't. I told you how to do it. I told you don't use my email, don't use my phone number. What is anybody else listening to this? You see this nonsense? Wow, it's only blue cheese when it can get laid. That's funny. Yes, cheesy coochie with the blue cheese. Snoochie boochies. The snoochie boochies is one of the funniest things. Wow. The only part that I want to really know about the Divine Hazel thing is if like I couldn't imagine as long as she's been on my channel. The only thing that could be that her shit got hacked because I couldn't imagine spending as much time on my channel as she has through the years, the hours and the good conversation we had and what she offers, apparently, unless it's just no one's there and it's just an AI, but and the way that she's commenting here is not in response to the way that she normally would. So it's either a hacker or an AI. Well, that's what I'm saying, Arcane. I've talked to her in person, or what I thought was her, right? Not in person, but on a not on my phone number, but through a like a whatchamacallit, like one of those secondary apps. Mm. Very funny. I thought she was a real person too, but real people can be scammy too. But I couldn't imagine her or in a real person spending as much time trying to scam someone because it's an obvious scam. It's happened for years on the internet. These types of things. It's always the same thing. Very funny, and they would do it on such a holy Christian day. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what kind of? So my question is, if she was going to do a 40-day fast on her birthday, what does a normal person need three emails for? I have multiple emails. Why? Because I do this right here, and some people I don't want to talk to. I need like layers of. There's people I know that I want to talk to that I know. There's people that I don't want to have my email. No. I changed my phone number a while back because of just somebody that I knew that was a creepy stalker bitch from real person. But it just so coincided there are people on here that had access somehow to an email I didn't want or a phone number, so I just deleted and changed something. But I have multiple emails for that's for like business, personal, and just like my throwaway one, which is not connected to anything. So like right now, the fact that she has not abided or listened to anything I said, to me says it's 100% that somebody stole her shit, or 100% that she is a scam, or 100%. So 33% in each of them, or that it's a robot, which doesn't really line up with. Some people actually said they know who she is, but maybe they're scammy too. Could be a multi-level scam artist of all algorithms and AIs and shit. Yeah, whatever. So, the internet. Imagine that. Can't trust people on the internet. Wow. Who'd have thunk? Ugh. Let's go drink some wine. It's too bad. It's too bad I'm not religious, and it's too bad I'm not atheist. I'm not atheist or religious. You know, it's a weird thing. I'm especially not religious. You know, and say, oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. Well, it's two different things. Study of spirit is different than religion, and atheism is a really. I'm more agnostic. I'm a spiritual agnostic something, but I wish I believed in Jesus. So people that were like that, or people that were installing the AI shit, that they would you know, the burn in hell forever kind of thing. I don't want anybody to burn in hell forever, even if they were stealing on me or whatever. I don't wish them that bad. But you know, they should have some sort of payment, not just monetarily. But since everything on this realm right now is controlled, well, hopefully it's changing, but it has been controlled by the papacy and the papal bonds and the patriarchy and the commerce, you know, commerce of things, corporate shit. Hopefully that just goes away, because you know that's just it's caused way more problems than it was worth ever attempting. I don't know who came up with it, but it doesn't seem like to be people that wanted to have a fair game. You know, people like they'll cheat to win. You know, it just doesn't. Why? I've never played it. You ever played a sport and lied or cheated to win a game? It's really like, how scummy. I don't know. It's not that I grew up like Christians. Not I grew up with anybody that told me not to cheat. It's not like, you know, I didn't have any of that. It just made sense to me that don't do that. And you know, times when you kind of bullshit in a game or something, it's like it doesn't feel good. Why would I want to do that? I'd rather lose fairly than cheat and win. Just makes more sense. Arcane. The Jesus freak you know is really into Aleister Crowley. See, one of my favorite quotes is somebody said, "Oh, you're contradicting yourself," and they said, "Well, somebody with as many ideas and as big of a personality as me, I'm bound to contradict myself." And believing in Aleister Crowley and being gay is not a contradiction, because he was bisexual and definitely was into sex magic and occult things like that. Not that sex magic is a cult, but it's hidden in the sense that people don't associate sex in general is just magical, right? But to do it to another level, to use it for magical purposes, is quite a contradiction to Jesus, right? But unless you're using the esoteric or the esoteric magic of what the Bible is, really, truly, if you use it as a, if you understand it as a Christian mystic, you would understand what the Bible's actually saying, and you could see the Bible as something else. But that's hilarious. I think he's probably fucking awesome, whoever that is. A Jesus freak that is into Aleister Crowley. I'm all about meeting that motherfucker. I would totally. Yeah, I'd much rather. Maybe it's because I don't lose too often that I have that kind of attitude. You know, I mean, honestly, like I don't. You know, playing sports, I don't lose. Playing games, I don't lose. Like, I mean, I do. There's people that are better than me. It's like it's like I don't gamble too often. Like, I don't gamble when I play pool because I'm going to beat most people. And I don't want people. I don't want to get in bar fights. I don't feel like having anybody mad at me at the bar because I took their money. Even if I win fair, I mean, because I win fairly. I've played people in pool for a drink or something, and I watched them cheat. That was a sweet little move there. They would just look at me. I'm like, come on, we're playing for a drink. I just seen what you did. I was like, I'll buy you a drink. You don't need to cheat to win. And they're just like, I didn't. I was like, dude, I seen you move that ball. I know the tricks. You think I haven't been around a pool table before? But anyways, I don't gamble when I know I'll win for sure, and I don't gamble in where I'll lose. So I don't gamble too often. I would gamble on a fair, square bet with somebody, like something that we're both new at, something that is a maybe a luck-ish kind of game, or like both of us are like, I've never played air hockey before. Okay, but I have. I'd probably beat most people in air hockey because I had an air hockey table and I was very good at it, right? But like, just say I didn't play air hockey, never played air hockey. I'd happily bet, $5 or a beer or something for, because that's fun. A beer is a fun gamble. On a perhaps chance game, even 50-50 chance game. You know what I'm saying? I like skill games that have a little bit of luck involved that people are not very good at. Like, darts. I probably wouldn't gamble at because I used to be decent. If I practiced a little bit, I don't know if y'all play darts. 504, 301, cricket. You know, I'm under 10 rounds in cricket without even practicing, probably. You know what I mean? So, pool, I could run the table out occasionally off a break. That kind of good. So I just wouldn't bet in those things. I'd rather just have something that's kind of, I like fun bets. Even bets that maybe not even involve money or a beverage. Something maybe like the bet is, if you lose, you know wash my car. That kind of dumb shit. That would be the kind of bet I would take. But yeah, like people that hustle people and that scam them, it's just so lame. It's so corny. It's so lost and that's like last week. Like, that ain't it. I remember the last time, let's see, like hustling people. I remember the last time I gambled. I was at a bar playing pool, and somebody asked me if I want to play for money. I was like, you don't want to play me for money. I was like, you will lose. And they were insistent on wanting to play. I was like, look, dude. I was like, I'm telling you, you'll lose, and I don't want to do that. Finally, and finally, I say to him, all right, fine. How about we'll play for a beer right now. Instead of like, if I wanted to do a long hustle, I could lose a couple and then play him for, $50 or something. Did not do that. Just let's play for a beer. Beat him. I was pissed. And I was like, he's like, what are you, some kind of hustler? I was like, how could I be a hustler? I just told you I'd beat you, and I told you I don't want to play for money. I told you I'd play you for beer. In fact, here, dude, I'll buy you a beer. I just won the game. I'll buy you a beer. Why are you so mad? And he was still mad because he lost. And I told him I beat him. I told him I'm not going to play him for money. But he was mad that he lost. I was like, even when I tell people, they just get mad. They just have a reason to be mad for losing. It's not serious. I don't know about the hustling thing. If they lose, you fuck my wife. Yeah, I mean, I had a friend of mine who his motto in life was, never let a fool keep his money. Which, I agree with to an extent, but there's a difference between fools and people that are just uneducated in a subject. Wildly different. So if someone's just not good at something, I don't, it doesn't feel right to, it's taking advantage of something. And taking advantage is not a cool idea. But somebody that just runs their mouth about, if somebody's like, nah, I'm gonna whoop your ass, no, this. Okay, fine. All right, if you insist, but if you lose, you can't be mad, right? Like that's good. I could do that. When I used to play basketball, I'd be at the basketball court and we'd be like, it would just be for fun. You shoot threes, $1 a shot. It's 1, 2, 3 people. Usually 2 people, just head to head. If you make one, they miss, you're up $1. You do this until somebody's, tapped out. Like somebody, you can go back and forth. Somebody might win or lose $5. We'll do that at the court. That's fine. Because you could play for a while, and even if I'm shooting 50% and they're shooting 40%, at the end of the day, at the end of shooting 20 shots, I'm only up $4. So it's not that big a deal. But when everybody wants to play double or nothing on, if they play double or nothing on shit because they want, that's That's not cool. I don't do that. And that's like playing pool. People always want to go double or nothing. Everybody when they're feeling all you know feeling all froggy and they don't want to, I'm like, oh, when somebody goes with that game, double or nothing, like, look at, okay, this is the last one we're playing, and you cannot get mad if you lose and you owe me, if we're up 20, if it's 20, and they're like, oh, double or nothing, because they don't want to pay 20. I was like, you have to pay me, and I'm done. There's nothing after this. And even if they agree to that, they're always like, no, one more, one more, one more. I'm like, dude, I was like, are you telling me one more because you don't have $40? I was like, because if you lose again, that's 80, and you realize you have to accept that you're probably not going to win this one either, and then they're going to be very mad at this point, which is or they can just get out of that. Like at $80, you'd be like, man, whatever, don't pay me then. Fucking, what is it called? Welching on a bet? I don't know. Gambling is just weird because it gets people's feelings hurt because they think they're better at something than they are, especially when it's a skill game. Yeah, but that's if they lose, you fuck my wife. Yeah, that's just stealing at some point. Yeah, yep. Wonder what happened. I wonder what happened to the Divine. Wonder what happened to the Divine Hazel. Where did that go? Where did that go? See that's it's really confusing to me right now. Oh man, hold on a second. I don't know how that happened. Because I've known this person that I thought was a person for quite some time. I thought it was a person. No, it's like just curious to me. But like how much of it could somebody be just running like 6 accounts in the background? Like they could just be on 6 accounts and just like every once in a while jump in and say something. But it was like she was listening and talking to me and talking to other people in the room. So it wasn't like how much time would you have to invest into something to scam somebody for whatever they're trying to scam them for? I mean, what's the worst they could accomplish if somehow they were able to get in my email, my PayPal, be next to nothing money. I'm not a rich person. I don't have much money at all. I'm as broke as you could understand. I'm like, when I tell people like, if I don't get money right now, I'm houseless. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like, people live paycheck to paycheck. People live hand to mouth. You ever heard hand to mouth? Yeah. So like I don't know what somebody, and people I know this. I don't understand what people don't get about this. I told people this. So if somebody's a scammer, they wouldn't even waste their time. Like why would you waste your time scamming somebody that doesn't have anything? It'd be like going up to a fucking homeless dude or and trying to get money off him. Scamming a homeless dude, scamming somebody with no money makes no sense. And what would be worse is consider that I'm pretty intelligent. Let's just say that I do have a lot of computers. And say I do have a lot of knowledge. And I just played that Uno reverso card on somebody trying to scam me. I mean, some people might think I have 2 computers sitting here and I do everything from my phone. I might have a computer sitting right here. I might have a computer sitting right here and right there. And I might have another one sitting over there. And I might have somebody else that knows how to hack things. Just saying, it's a possibility. I don't know why you'd wanna go on something blind trying to steal from people. I don't know, it makes no sense. Thieves, stealing from people and thieving and hacking and doing shit on that's just, it's different. The honor amongst thieves thing is like when you're doing it when you steal from other people, like that you both have money and you have like you steal artwork and you steal things that are like superfluous to people. You don't steal people's fucking you don't steal from poor people. That's part of the honor. You don't go around like robbing people that have $5 in their pocket and taking 5. No, you rob people. It's Robin Hood shit. It's what take from the rich, give to the poor. No, it's sunny out. So you can see I had to, my blinds are closed right now. It's super sunny. No, there's no sun. There's no, even despite this, I'm not gonna let it affect me. I'm not gonna let clouds show up in my sky. Remember from Men in Black when she says, I'm crying because it's raining? And he goes, no, it's raining because you're sad, you know? I'm not gonna let that affect me. I'm not gonna let the fact that YouTube took a couple of my videos down affect me. I'm not gonna let people that try to scam me like make me upset. Be foolish. Arcane, you think Divine is a real person? Well, I spoke to somebody that was Divine Hazel. That you know, it's a chick, and I've had people that have talked to her too. That say they know her. That have given me money. You know, and that I've talked to and helped with things. You know, that I've seen and I've seen their face and they've given me money. So it's a weird connect. It's a weird thing. Carson, yep. They sent 100 in a way that I've never told anyone to send me money. And then then said that they sent it through my email, which I expressly said, do not use my phone number, which nobody really has. You have to know me to have my phone number. How they would have it, I wouldn't know, which makes it mad scammy. And I said specifically, don't send it through I said exactly how to send it 100 times, and it's the only thing that's in if you look at my description box, it tells you 2 ways to send me money. One is not through my phone number, because I don't give people my phone number. And number 2 would be my email, which would not be connected to those accounts. I specifically don't connect my phone number of this phone or my email to my PayPal or anything else. Yeah, Carson, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's a really weird thing, because she said oh, I have 3 accounts. It's like, why would the Divine that I thought I knew have 3 different 3 different email accounts or 3 different YouTubes? She said she had 3 different emails, which is funny, because there's more than one person that has go to my video that I just made that said, hey, thanks for deleting my video, and there's 2 people that are Divine Hazel that commented on that video. 2 different accounts, different pictures, both saying nice things. The one Divine Hazel that I thought I knew, that I thought was a person, she wouldn't have any reason to have multiple emails, and you don't need to have multiple emails to have multiple, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, I was like, I didn't ask if she had, I was like, do you have multiple accounts? She's like, I have multiple emails. I was like, why do we need multiple emails? I was like, do you have multiple accounts on YouTube? So it's mad weird. Wow. People want some shit these days, man. People want shit, man. What is it? I don't get it. Like, do you know how difficult it is to go through all the process, and how intelligent you have to be to go through all the slickness of stealing or hacking or doing all this? If you're that good, this is what I just don't get. If you're that good, then you can do it. You can do something that's not only not stealing, but make more money and help people. So you can help people make money, feel good about it, and not steal, and do better than going through all the process and being a schmuck, and perhaps, you know, what's the point? I just don't get it. It's like they say, easy come, easy go kind of shit. It's even more ridiculous than that. Thing is, I think no matter what that is, you know, you're like 7 step removed from Kevin Bacon. Yeah, maybe I'm only 1 step removed from somebody very high up somewhere. You know, you think everybody knows every aspect of my life? Just like uh, don't call him Big Brother for anything. I don't, or something even bigger than that. I just live my life pretty humbly. Get drunk, try to get by, try to help people. That's about it. Everything else is kind of superfluous. But when people start doing some whack ass shit, it's kind of like why the internet is so goofy. It's like people that always talk shit on the internet, like they'll be typing something, or like they're on Xbox and they're just talking all this shit through their headphones, and like you would never say that in person. You would never get away with that. Like, I talk a lot of shit on here, but here's my face, and people know where I am, and people do know me in person, and I do talk this shit in person, and it really doesn't come to anything because it's just most of the time it's just in good humor, and it's talking shit in good humor is it's a fun game. It's fun, but doing it on the internet, same kind of people that do like scammy shit, like you wouldn't do that in person. You wouldn't say that. Like for me, bet me I wouldn't. Everyone knows I do. You could ask anybody I know. Like, yeah, he says that. He does that shit in person. These people would not. People wouldn't even attempt that. It's so funny. The arcane. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I'm about to get. See, I don't see this. This is why the digital thing is even. At least cash, it's right there. You know what I'm saying? Cash in your hand, it's right there. Somebody wants to go up in your pocket and take it. Okay, well then that's some Wild West shit. They're gonna have to assume that you don't have a gun, that you can't fight, that you won't. Like that's what they got to do with the digital shit. Somebody could just be behind a computer and go. "Burp, burp, 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 burp." It could be somebody in the government. It could be somebody in. It could be somebody hacking. It could be somebody in something that knows how to get behind certain kinds of firewalls and shit. It could be anything, but it's like how they have like kids that play these war games, and then all of a sudden they like, hey, you're really good at this. You should come to the army. It's like, well, I don't want to go in the army. Yeah, but you never have to go actually into battle. You just do it from a computer screen. So they're a distance from something. They can't. They're making no association. This is actually having an effect. They don't even know what they're doing it for. They're just playing a game on a television screen. They're not interacting with it. They can't smell the blood. They can't feel the fear. They can't. They don't have no idea the village they're going into and the truth. Remember, you ever watch that movie Three Kings? Who was in it? James Todd Smith, LL Cool J, Marky Mark, I believe, and George Clooney. How the fact did I just pull that out of my ass? I haven't seen that movie in years. Great movie. They go in thinking one thing, it's something else. There's gold there, and there's all sorts of movies about this kind of shit. And these aren't just movies; they're real things. People go into things with thinking they're doing something, and they're just destroying villages or destroying like people that don't have. It's all so weird. And the fact that you just said that, like the skimmer things that you see at these markets and shit. How is that not absolutely 100% traceable? If these systems are so infallible, and how can these people not just be immediately caught for doing that? And it's either that the system isn't infallible, or that they don't want to catch these people, or those people are those people. It's just like people that used to say that blockchain cryptocurrency was absolutely unhackable. Yet it happened many, many times. Or was it just already implemented in the system that would be done anyways, and it was encoded in there? There was always backdoors to it. They say, well, you can't have it because it was yours. It's because of timestamp. No, that's not how that works. You can adjust all those things. All those things can be adjusted. People are just not really keen and aware of how the computer systems work. To think that that even blockchain can't be tampered with is very low level thinking. I guess people aren't very keen. Even people that know about computers, they accept, because they're low level thinkers, and they're low level. They maybe they, oh, I got a PhD in computer science. Yeah, maybe you do, but they didn't tell you everything. It's like the master will never tell you all the keys to the codes. I can tell you exactly how and why it works. Maybe I'm a master computer hacker. I just choose not to do it. Maybe I could tell you who that is. I don't know. You know, there's the point is here. Let me tell you how it's done. Okay. Let me give you an example. I'm not going to tell you how it's done. Yeah, the Bitcoin thing, everything going to crypto, Bitcoin. Okay, crypto is supposed to is two ideas. One is death, crypt. One is crypt, to like cryptology, or to cipher something through cryptograms, and to assign kind of more like a number letter value, like how whenever some people are talking about, they're talking about gematria, but this is a ciphering through coding and okay, look, let me explain to you how it's done. But I'm not going to tell you exactly. I'm going to tell you through allegory. And I'm going to tell you how the Mandela effect works through the digital realm, and how some things just disappear. Now, some of the Mandela effects could be real magic. I'm going to be very honest. But here, let's try this. If everything's digital, so the computer system, the World Wide Web. If I'm running a system right now, and it's called www. Then give me a website, fart.com. It's a website. Look it up. I don't know what it is. What a simple, funny word. Fart and poop humor. I have www.fart.com. I have the World Wide Web with any website you can put in there, running right now. And because I don't want that information to ever be lost, what I do is I run redundant and parallel systems. Does this make sense to anyone? Does anybody play with computers, or can you even understand the language I'm using? Redundant means this information is going to be mirrored and repeated multiple times. So even if you were to smash the first idea of World Wide Web and delete the entire World Wide Web, I have 20 backup copies that you can't do anything with. That some are firewalled off, some are on hard drives that are not connected to the internet that you can't even touch. So I can always reload the World Wide Web. Okay, next step. Now you want to cause a Mandela effect to work? You want to fuck with blockchain? Any point in time during this blockchain, I'm running blockchain version 1. Now, it doesn't matter what version that I call it. If you were to hack it somehow, I could just stall that out and throw the thing back up the way it was. Bye-bye, hacker. But if I wanted to be hacked, or if I wanted to do the hacking myself, what I would do is run a parallel and redundant system. The parallel system would be World Wide Web 1 and World Wide Web 2. So right here, I'm going to follow me here. So before we get into the blockchain, the Bitcoin, follow the logic here. If I want World Wide Web 2 to show up, it doesn't necessarily mean you need to see that it's www.2.com. I'm just installing that, but it is as I'm making the redundant system, I'm making a parallel system that takes some of the web pages and changes the information on them. And then all I have to do is hit a button, and no longer are we on version 1, but version 2, and no one would know we're on version 2. No one would know. You couldn't know. But now on that version 2, everything that you thought about the movie Back to the Future changes. And because, unless you have a physical copy, you're not going to be able to verify this. So, even if you had a DVD, as soon as you put in your DVD player, I could fry that shit. It could be part of the system. And so who cares anyways, because no one's going to believe you, because once you try to upload that and tell anyone online, I already have a system that burns that shit out. That ain't coming through. I got system on top of system that will never let anybody see that information. But what I do have is the next version online, because everything is digital online now. You can alter anything. Someone's voice, someone's face, someone's just the Berenstein Bears. Unless you have an actual book, and even people did have books. Where are you gonna find these things? Now, overlay what I just said onto Bitcoin and any other system that is unhackable. It's just not true. You just have to run a sequence. So here's your sequence, whatever it is, and here's a sequence that has the same exact set of things going on. And now you firewall off one after other, so you have redundant systems running the same sequence. And then you have a parallel system running a sequence of things, and something changes. All you do is upload the other one and remove the first version of the blockchain and put the second one in. No one can verify anything. It's slave master system. There's nothing that can be done. You cannot verify the initial system because it's gone. You've just put the second system in. I'll explain to you how this works. You don't think I understand? You think that somehow like somebody that has a PhD in computer science will say, "Damn, I didn't really," but no, but you can't do it because of this and this. And I'm like, I guess you're not. You're still working under a slave system mentality. You have no understanding of even the higher master coding. You still think firewalls exist. Firewalls don't exist. Not to the people that own the system. They're behind the firewalls and on another system and another grid. They're working from a different grid to control a grid beneath that. Well, still doesn't sound like something. Still doesn't sound like something that Divine Hazel would do. That doesn't sound like how she would talk. Nor I don't know why she'd put her. She'd just she would just put her phone number up there. That doesn't seem like something she'd do. So hey, Arcane, you understand they have codes from when they made the firewall, and again you have to understand that it's not even about the codes or switching anything within the system itself. If you have a system sitting here and you can adjust it in the system, but you could see where there's some errors and some things that got adjusted. You might not be able to see, but you can tell things were adjusted. So you can say something was. But if you just jump from one system to a parallel system, you eliminate the first system. There is no way. You just cut the line. It's done. It doesn't exist anymore. Then it's done, and that's what they can do, and that's what anyone can do if they understand how any system works. So in whether it's the World Wide Web to give an idea of, watch any of these older movies or these books that are written. They talk about this kind of thing all the time about how they're book burning. We're talking about digital code burning is easier than book burning. It's easier because book burning requires physically going and doing something. People still have books buried somewhere with the thing. With the digital computer system, it doesn't matter what was on anyone's hard drive. Well, it doesn't matter what was on. The hard drive wasn't big enough to download the first system. And even if they did, even if someone did have the first system of, say, blockchain, you'd have to have so much memory system. It would be ridiculous to even attempt to do. And then you'd have to, who would you have to prove it to? To what system? Who would care? They'd be like, nah, this is the system. They'd be like, that shit is just, well, you could have just typed that. Can't verify that. Delete that shit. Then we don't care. We're gonna take it to the people that are mastering the system. You're gonna be like, yeah, but I see that you did this. Like, prove it. And they can't. Because all they would say is like, see, the system, they just did that themselves. Can't verify anything. You can type anything you want to a computer. I could right now write an entire code from 1990 till right now, and dates, all this shit, and put all the information. Here's the codes, right? And I just change a couple things that look like the blockchain or look like the internet, and say no, but this was the system. There'd be no way of verifying which one is true. So, what's going to be true? The more popular one. It's pretty simple to do. It's not simple. It's simple. The concept is simple. It's just you have to be ahead of this curve. You have to be in the master system. You make the rules of the game. It's like people that don't believe that sports are rigged. that Vegas doesn't run the numbers, that the house wins. If you're the house that is putting the system in place, the house wins. There's when people are like, oh, we got to fight the big thing. Like, no, you just, you can't beat them, join them, is another people's attitude. Other people just like, fuck the whole system. I'm out. I'm out. I'm ass out. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live in a fucking bucket. I'm gonna live in a van down by the tree, or down by the river. You get it. There's also, there's that thing. I happen to like things. I'm a materialist in the sense that I like things. Do I need a lot of things? No. Do I like nice things? Yes. Do I have the money for nice things? Sometimes. But I get what I need, how I need it, but most of the time it's hand to mouth. It's okay with me. Have I gotten cheated and stolen and robbed from before? Sure. Have I ever gotten like full on robbed? Not really. Stolen, in a couple ways. And tricked? Sure. I just go, oh, that was when I was younger and stupid. No, I just see things as they are. Wow, why are you getting so angry, Divine? What are you getting so angry about? I don't understand the anger issue. I'm just telling you the facts that I seen of that shit. Oh, and also they're talking about the systems. Oh, dude, the 2018 Super Bowl? Which one was that? There was one before that it was way more obvious. And there's plenty of playoff games, plenty of Super Bowls that is so obvious. But then you talk to people that aren't really paying attention and they're still involved in it. They still think it's not a, you know. Some people will suggest every single play to every single thing is completely scripted. And I'll say maybe recently some sporting activities, it's pretty close to every single step is coordinated. Just like if you were to be in a Hollywood play, if you were being in a play on Broadway, you would have to have every single line and step down. And they don't practice. In football, you practice a couple things all year long. So you'd be very good at it. But imagine a play. You can learn a play as an actor in a couple months. Every step, every line, everything you need to do, and you're going to be pretty perfect at it. And you're only going to occasionally, you know, stumble, fumble a line. So I always connect it to, if the Cirque du Soleil exists, then the things that you believe to be real in football or basketball or any other sporting game. Tennis is kind of a little more difficult. Soccer's a little more difficult just because of, like, I don't know that everything could be completely scripted, because, man, I can hit a pretty nice forehand, and I know people that are really good, but you can't. And I know people that can pitch a ball, and baseball is pretty going to be a little easier than even soccer, I believe. You're not hitting a goalpost from 50 yards 6 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how good you are. I was good enough where I probably could have been at a high level. But this is the point. There's some things that are just easier to script and rig. Boxing's the easiest because it's 1-on-1, and there's a purse for winners and losers. It's harder to script, even though it's been shown that soccer is very rigged. They want that. All they really cared about was the end result. So they just got to have people make a bad pass here and there. They don't even need to have the goalie in on it, really. They could. They just got to have a couple players in on it. They have to do something really foolish at some point in time. And just instruct the coach to say, we're playing, keep it in the backfield. Just dribble it around, maintain possession. A professional soccer team, if you've ever played maintain possession ball, and you're even at a Division 1 college level, you're never gonna screw up. The offense maintains control of the ball. You could do that for a long time. You'd only make a few mistakes, but at a professional level, not many mistakes are being made. Soccer is the worst to watch. I love soccer to play it, and I know what it is because I never played that way. If somebody tried to trip me, tackle me, whatever, I wouldn't just fall over and be like, oh. And if I'm gonna tackle somewhere, I'm gonna hit somebody. I'm going to hit them. You're going to fall because I'm going to make you. It's not gonna be like I just kind of tapped you. Like I don't like it. It's so stupid. But that's part of the rigging too. How it's so dramatic. Such a bunch of fucking faggoty fairies, right? Whatever. I used to play the game. Never played at the level where people were doing that. I played in leagues where some people tried some shit like that, and you would just laugh at them, and be like, "You're so stupid." But yeah, I mean, they've shown that soccer's rigged. They've shown sumo wrestling is very rigged. Obviously, you can see how football's rigged. That's pretty easy because the number of people that have to be in on every play. I mean, it doesn't have to be everybody, but it's most. Basketball, you have less players. Pretty easy to rig, especially if perhaps, say, there's some electromagnetic thing that's going on with the rim of the basketball. You know, there's no basketball that leaves the stadium. Even if the ball goes into the stands, ain't nobody leaving with that. And most footballs, if somehow it made it in the stands, someone from the the stadium is going to find that ball, be like, hey, why don't you come meet so and so after the game? They'll sign the ball for you. Or here, let me hold this. Let me go get the sign for you. You know what they do? They replace that ball with the ball that doesn't have shit in it, like electromagnetics thing. Yeah. I mean, watch the game that I forget what game it was. This kicker hits the crossbar, I believe it's in an indoor stadium, hits it 3 times. It might have even been 4, but 3 times. And if you watch the ball, it's indoor. One time the ball was going almost in the middle and then just curved off for no reason, hits the pole. Another one was outside of the pole and then it's curved in and hits the pole. And I mean, I'm saying like this couldn't even happen if it was windy. And you're not hitting the pole playing football or soccer. It's not, especially if you get if you get just 3 chances. No. Basketball, there's no doubt. There's really, like, I could go to the park and I've played with people in gyms that are lights out shooters, but some of the shots that are made are just, there's no way that's going in. There's no way that would take place. And there's so many times you watch things. Did you ever watch that Kyrie Irving play where he did this? He missed the shot, but he did this move where it was like, oh, he just did an and one move where he fell on the ground and dribbled over his back and just did this weird thing. When you watch it, he just threw himself on the ground. It was the most, and then he acted like he was like, oh, after the play, he was like, oh, I missed it. And you could tell that he didn't want to do it, but he was told he would be kicked out of the league or something if he did. It was the most absurdly obvious thing I've ever seen. Kyrie Irving, a dude that can dribble and move and takes ballet and can do things that is physically impossible for most human beings, just falls on the ground in the middle of the last play of the game. So ridiculous. He didn't trip. He just threw himself on the ground. It's amazing. So, yeah, sports are so absurdly rigged. No, the coach doesn't control all of it. No way. The coach isn't controlling all of it. They're there to tell them what's going on, but they're not in control of it. Vegas is in control of it. Why do you think there's so many people with headphones on up in the booth, right? You got the offensive and defensive coordinators. What are they coordinating? Who are they coordinating with? They're coordinating with the money line in Vegas, and they're coordinating with each other for each team to tell them what play is being run, what play do we need, how many. We need 5 yards. They go through. They got this book here. They need 5 yards, and they need to give up 5 yards. Okay, is everyone on your team? Probably most, but not all. I think you got to have a little bit of few players that aren't in on it, so they're just like, so it gives it a little bit of authenticity. But then everybody else that you see acting it out, they know what's up. So so it goes through Vegas. Here's what we need. Here's where the money is. Okay, well, here's the play that needs to win. Here's the play that needs to lose. Some of it, most of it's scripted prior to, because they already know where the betting's going to be. Although they can change things during the game. But then it goes through the offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, to the coach that then is up in people's ears, and especially in football. But you can do this in baseball. You can do this in baseball. Stealing signs. People are like, oh, how are you going to do it in baseball? I'm like, if the dude that's batting knows he's getting a curveball, he's not going to swing. If he knows he's getting a curveball and he's supposed to swing and miss, he will. If he knows he's about to catch a 90 mile an hour, 95 mile an hour heater straight down the middle, and that's his favorite pitch, he knows how to knock that out the park. He stands in the batting cage and the pitcher says, I'm throwing you a fastball down the middle. And they do this tens of thousands of times, over and over again, until that they can, almost blindfolded, if they know the pitch is coming. Look at Michael Jordan. He closed his eyes. He can make a free throw. See that anytime. In the middle of was it a playoff game against Houston? Was it against Houston? Or was it the 76ers? It's against Mutombo, wasn't it? Nonetheless, these people are, if people in Cirque du Soleil are not dying from some of the things they're doing, and that they can perfectly do these things, if you can be in Cirque du Soleil, if you can, Broadway play, if you can juggle axes in the middle of, you're just, have you ever watched somebody juggle? I've watched college students that for one of their electives took juggling. And I watched college students that could juggle 8 balls. Talk to them like, you can juggle knives and stuff. Like, yeah, of course. Juggle knives? I watch people on a unicycle juggling flaming knives. If people can do that, then people definitely in professional sports who practice more can, and they have less to do, and there's less on the line for harm. I guarantee you that an out pattern is 7 steps forward and 12 steps to the right. I'm gonna tell you every single time that that's exactly what he's going to do. It's not if you run an out pattern when you're in high school, you think it's go up 5 yards and go over, and they'll throw it when you're open. No, it is so completely organized. 3-step drop, look to the left, look to the right, throw it there. That's all there is. That's the play. No one's questioning anything. That's the play. It's going to him every single when they say, here's the play, the quarterback is not going through his reads. That's low-level stuff. It's what you learn in the beginning so you can see it for yourself. Then they tell you, here's where the ball's going. Okay. He'll be open, don't worry. 3-step drop, look to the left, look to the middle, look to the right, throw it to him now. It's down to the split second. It will go in his hands, and he will catch it. And if he's not supposed to catch it, he will drop it. You can't be a professional football player and have you can have sticky gloves on. The stickiest stickum of stickums. When I used to play and put stickum on gloves, when I was running back, you couldn't get the ball out of my hands. You could throw a ball to me, I could catch. Could never catch a ball one-handed, really. I'm a kid, man. Once in a while, throw it to me, it's stuck to my hand. Oh. Imagine being 6'4", having giant hands, doing this all day, and also having something on your hands that is made of glue, basically. Of course they can catch that. And you're going to tell me he's going to drop 2 or 3 passes in a game? Never's going to happen unless he's told to. Let's go have some more wine and get more drunk and discuss more funny. So what do you guys think? What's on the agenda for the day? It is 11 o'clock. Christmas. What I'm saying is hilarious. It's 100% facts. Okay, that's 99. It seems to be. I'm pretty sure. I can't verify it completely, but it's obvious to anyone who pays attention. People do get physically angry and emotionally upset, and I think it's because they have to somewhere in them know that I'm right, or that not that I'm right. It's not that I'm right. It's that's what's going on. They can't accept of they love football, they love basketball too much. They grew up going, I love that sport. And people grow up doing this. They grow up and they play at a moderate level. Most people, they're athletic enough to just play sports. There's a small number of people that are athletic enough to play at a high level. There's a very small number of people that are not only athletic enough but are willing to, you know, play at a professional level. There's only a small number of people that will do that. Most people want to, but they're not. First of all, they're not talented enough. They're not dedicated enough, and and they're not going to sell themselves out to like. You realize like you have to do exactly what we say. Like we in all ways own you. You do not. If you miss a play, look at players that either got blackballed out of the league or all of a sudden they have an injury or something. Yeah, they did something they weren't supposed to do in the game. They said, no, you got an injury. They're like, you can't do this. Like, yes, I can. It's in your contract. We'll find a way to fire you tomorrow. They go, fuck. They have to. They want that paycheck. So, I mean, to think about like how many. So what people have is this. They grow up playing a sport. And you know how wonderful it is to play an actual game. It's a game, a sport, whatever. No one's getting paid. There's nobody gambling really. So what's happening is you're playing and you're competitive. And you know what it feels like to compete against somebody it's a fair game. At some point, the game is predicated on money and leveraging things. But people still believe in when they're a kid they played a game and these are just bigger children. These are adults playing at a high level. That's why they get paid. That's not why they get paid. They don't get paid $10 million a year because they're better at football or basketball or soccer or tennis. They don't get paid that. They get paid because they're going along with the narrative. That's why. It's not because they're better. I mean, they are awesome at the game and it's fun to watch. But I was telling people about this the other day. You want to watch good basketball players actually are. You can see a real game. Go watch the Entertainers Basketball Classic. Go watch any player play at Rucker Park. Any NBA player is going to drop 60 or 70 at Rucker. They're going to drop 60 or 70 at the EBC, Entertainers Basketball Classic. The Summer League. Not the Summer League that you know of, but Summer League that they play in like literal, like small little gyms. You want to watch people go. You want to see basketball players play basketball. That's what you're going to see. You watch a game. I guarantee you're not watching real basketball. You're watching a play happen. Guarantee it. It's a whole different game. It's not even close. It's not even close watching the two. It's so obvious. But everybody wants to believe because when they played as a kid, that they want to believe it's that authentic. I don't want to hear. I know people. I've seen people. I know people that are good enough to play in the NBA. But it's not about how good they are. It's about if they're going to fall in line with what the narrative is, and are they going to miss shots when they need to? Are they going to allow the whole thing to be scripted? Are they going to be, an actor basically? And some just won't do that. They're just like, no, I'd rather just, I'll make enough money selling weed, playing at the park, and gambling, doing my thing. I like drinking, I like smoking, I like my life, I like, I know people that would, a lot of players in the NBA, they'll get torched. I mean, think about it. Let's be honest. Brian Scalabrine, so a red-haired white dude, plays for Boston Celtics. What are the chances? They're selling a narrative. And do you think he's really that good? I don't care if he practices 40 hours a day. He's not that athletic. If they were really playing basketball, that dude's not getting buckets. He is not. There are plenty of people that are walking around in street clothes to play at local basketball courts that you probably, maybe you've never been there. I don't know. You'd have to go to some certain places. But there are players that could play and torch NBA players. People on the bench in the NBA are on the bench for a reason. So the narrative. There's plenty of times you're like, but that person's definitely way better, and they're not selling that. Like, it's not what's being sold. Yeah, the physically angry and physically upset is hilarious. It's always hilarious to me when that happens. And again, for the last time, it's because they want to believe. It's like, I want to believe. You know that show? They want to believe that these people are just better. I think it's this. I think if I go deeper on it, it's because these people want to believe that if they just devoted as much time and effort into playing whatever sport they were good at, that they could have been there too. That could be me. Nope, nope. That couldn't have been you because you're not tall enough. You're not physically gifted enough. And there are gifts and there are things and there are people that are just, whether they like it or not, they're clumsy and they're not going to be kinesiologically oriented to play a sport at a high level. And they're not, and they don't fit the narrative. Unless they're willing to change their name and birthday, they're not fitting the narrative for what needs to happen in the sport. Just what it is. Or they're not born in the family. And they're not born into the system. Why would they? What reason do they have bringing you in? They already have people that will fit and do what needs to be done. So these people are like, oh, I could do that. No, you couldn't. And you wouldn't want to anyways. Hey, but I'm just, but as per usual, I'm not using any science of anything. I'm not using any copywritten material. This is just me talking. I'm just some goofy dude. He's got a lot of opinions about a lot of things. Go do your own research. Most things are unverifiable, but it's pretty obvious to see. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I live, man. And whenever we're not talking a bunch of stuff, you need help with health or well-being. Oh yeah, and it is Crimbus. It's Christmas. It's ZenMass. It is the day of the resurrection of the Jesus. It's not his birthday. His birthday was another month. This is the resurrection of a zombie Jesus. But if you want to celebrate by providing me with a gift or a donation or whatever you would like to call it, there's one way to do it, and that is through, well, it's two ways to do it. It's through either PayPal or Cash App. Do not use my phone number because you don't know it. And do not use any of my emails because you would only know one of them, and that's definitely not connected to anything. But you can go to Cash App, put a $sign in, then put capital T, SAR, capital XEN, or you go to paypal.me / capital T, SAR, capital XEN. Any other way, I'm not going to get it. It's not connected to any of my accounts. Period. But if you do somehow find the cash from an auntie or a grandmother or some money in your you just washed your jeans and you found a 20 in there and you want to give me some of that, that'd be great. I appreciate it. Pays for me to entertain you, pays for me to have a roof over my head, pays for my internet connection, pays for alcohol to keep me lubricated, pays for my lobster in the morning. And no, I normally don't eat lobster in the morning. It's just a funny day. But it does pay for my ramen noodles and cans of soup and white bread. It used to be different. I used to at least eat well. It's just it's kind of out of my financial proportions at this point. And mostly because everyone else that could give me dollars and cents, their income has been altered due to some weird things where they're not working as much. They don't have as much monies. They don't have as much money. I don't have as much money. I don't have as much money. I have to drink cheap wine, cheap beer, and eat canned food, which is what am I? What am I, a cat? What am I, a dog eating canned food? What kind of garbage is this? Feel chemical laden food. I got fat man boobs at this point. Welcome, whoever's here. I do appreciate the AI for a lot of reasons and the algorithms. I do, but then there's some of it that's just kind of wackadoodle, right? Appreciate you guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you're enjoying it as usual. Oh, so my question earlier, as I will reiterate and will utter again, I'll utter like a cow's teat. Udder, they're udders. And it rhymes with butter, so milk makes butter. So there's a whole bunch of fun things to do there. Ooh, from 7 down to 5. I lost 2 people because I said teat or because I said utter. I was going to re-utter this, that I might go to the French Quarter. I might just go out somewhere and you guys could join me and maybe find live music. Now down to 4 people. I've lost 3 happy customers, or they were maybe not so happy, or maybe there were AIs that just left the room, or maybe they were humans, or maybe they got kicked out of the room. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy on this side. It's kind of like whenever I come to a room and people are commenting and it says 0 people. I'm like, how does that even... Apparently, clearly there's more than one person here. Or am I the only real am I the only real human here? Do any of you even exist? 10:58 and it's 11:09. So the last comment I got was 11 minutes ago. Just to let you guys know, in case anybody did comment, I don't have any other comments. What's up, Super Champion? Carson, I assume you're not, and you're being funny. But Super Champion, I know, is not. They don't make AI robots as good looking as you two. Carson or the super duper champion legend of Larry Leisure Suit Larry. The super duper champion Leisure Suit Larry. What's up, man? I think I might have to take a dump again. Don't think I'm gonna do it on camera though, because at this point, I don't know what I'm allowed to do on the YouTubes anymore, or what somebody will take offense to and get my video deleted, because it's happened a couple times recently. You took a pissy dump? Was that like where water was coming out your butthole? Yeah, the ones where it's just like you look in there, you're like, brown bubbly pee came out my butt. You know the brown bubble pee? Where it's kind of like, it's a little bit acidy. And it's like foamy. Yeah. Carson with the ass piss. I'm from Aspis, Colorado. Aspin, Aspis, Colorado. Yep. Isn't that where you're at now? Aren't you in Colorado? Legend? Aren't you in Aspis, Colorado? Oh no. Switch it up from the wine to the beer. Then I'm gonna Denver. Oh wait, Carson, you're from Denver. You're from Denver, Carson? Yeah, so you're near Larry. Right, Larry? I don't know. I ask you 1,000 times. I ask everybody. Most of the time, it's just that I ask too many people and I forget. Like sometimes I ask like 5 people during one show and I'm like, oh, and I'll just mix it up in my head. And sometimes, believe it or not, sometimes I get drunk and I forget. I think you're neighbors with Larry Legend, the Super Champion. You just got out of bed? A little fart. Man, you got up late. I got up mad early today. Yeah, Colorado. Hey, look at you two, our neighbors, Super Champion and Carson. Hey, Colorado Springs and Denver. You guys could meet in the middle and kiss. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Super Champion is Larry. Yeah, that's Larry Legend, yo. He looks like a Carson. He looks like an emaciated version of me. I just wanted to use the word emaciated. He doesn't really. He's just a little skinnier than me, I think. Kind of looks like me. Some people think he looks a lot like me. I think he looks a little bit like me. Or I look a little bit like him either way. I mean, I guess because he is a couple years older than me that I would look like him, but then again, I might be older than him by a lot. I just don't tell anybody my actual age because no one would believe me anyways. But yes, you guys could meet in the middle. I mean, you guys could have you guys go skiing together. You know, you could, skiing joke. It's like, yeah, whatever. You could meet in the middle. You could be like snow bunnies. What's up, C Noble? Lean. He is lean and clean. Carson, how tall are you? Carson, he's 66.6 years old. So perhaps, or 99.9. I don't know. Well, you know, whatever. Any age you need to be. I mean, need me to be. Yeah, Carson, you're 6'2"? Okay. What's your normal weight? What's your normal walk around weight? Because you don't look like a you don't look excessively muscular or fat. You probably weigh like what, 180 walking around? And you're probably down to about 170, 165 now. If you're 6'2", your lowest weight's going to be about probably 150, 153. I think that's probably the lowest you get to. You see about 180. Okay, there you go. So 180. 180 is probably a walkable weight for you at 6'2". If 152 would probably be your lowest. It depends, like your bone mass. You know, and people say big bone, small bone. I mean, literally, people have a little bit different size bone, a little different size like frame. If you have you'll see, you got esomorphs, ectomorphs, and the other omorphs, right? And it's just the shape and size of certain parts of your body. And if you're skinny type, if you're a thin skinny type, 150 something. If you're the big body type, you're probably not gonna get under 160, but you don't look like big body type, which would be in the other version, exo. Well, shut the fuck up, Carson. You do not hold on. You was 180 in the pic. Say word is bond. Say word on life. Word is word on God. Word is life. All that shit. 290. You was up to 290. No shit. You're 264. Oh, so fast. You got a long ways to go if you're gonna. So that's just chubby chubs. You got chubby chubs. Is there some muscle in there? There's got to be some muscle. Are you walking around? Do you have a badonkadonk at this point? Do you rock around with like a badonkadonk, a beer belly? Do you got bingo wings like an old lady? Do you have an extra chin? I'm trying to figure out where you hold your fat. This is me trying to be a slightly humorous while engaging you, and I'm not making fun of you. I'm just trying to figure out where. If I was making fun of you, you'd have to be here. I wouldn't make fun of you from a distance for weight. A bit of muscle, mostly. People look at me and think you're 220. So you hold your weight everywhere. You just look like a massive. You're like a massive being. Cause 6'2" is pretty big. 290 is huge. Okay. Getting rid of the belly is going to be pretty easy, because most fat stores, that's the closest place. So many people will put on the love handles. What is that? It's an 80s things to say. 80s thing to say. You put most of your weight around the belly, and then it will start to thighs. If it's like chicks with big thighs, they ain't going nowhere. That's holding up things. And dudes that are just bigger, you're gonna maintain stronger leg muscle. So yeah, I mean, maybe the fact that you've been as heavy as you are, your lowest weight won't be anywhere near what I said. Yeah, okay, then 6'2", 290, all right. Then your lowest weight is nowhere going to be near what I said. I know people, so you already have muscle on the thigh to hold up your chubby ass. Your lowest weight will probably be like 170 then. You could really, like, emaciated for you probably 170. That 180 picture, if you said that's 180, I can't really see it too well because I'm on a 3" by 5" phone. So I can picture it to me as the size of your penis head. Ha ha. Whatever. Yeah, probably 170 would be your lowest weight then. So you're not a ectomorph. Ecto is a skinny body. Hey, anybody in here want some? Anybody in here want some nudes from Carson, or is that just for me? Hey, Orlin Zen, you're a fucking fat fuck. Hey, yesterday when you said you wanted to apologize for me, what were you gonna apologize for? I never got anything. I never got the apology from you. What was it for? I need to know. I'm very curious about that. I am a curious cat right now. It's a conundrum. I was wondering what you were going to apologize because it didn't post it if you said it. Because I assume it was like most people, like as I told everybody on here, I don't think there's anybody that's ever commented anything to me that they deserve that they need to apologize to me for. I don't, you know, I don't really believe in it that way. For me, it's kind of everything to me talking shit online. It kind of it's everything to me is like water under the bridge, whether for any reason. I don't care. I don't really get that mad. I don't hold grudges. But if it was for something like you got my video deleted or you did some grimy shit, I'll accept your apology. You just got to tell me what the fuck you need to apologize for. That's all. What's up, Joey Scott? And Orlan Zen, you fucking fat fuck. You fat duck. Happity wappity Christmas, Joey. Yeah. Well, Carson, I mean, if you'd have to lose. Here's the thing: is if you already have been if you've already been holding up fat or like, and you start to as you get fatter, you're gonna get bigger muscles because you're gonna have to, you know, your muscles are gonna have to get bigger to hold the weight up. So as you fast, you're not gonna lose muscle mass. It takes to lose protein from muscle is really hard. Your body will not eat the muscle, only a small amount. Even over a 40-day fast, you might lose 2 to 3 pounds of muscle. Maybe that'd be a lot. You only lose certain amounts of I forget what it is, how many ounces or grams per day. It's something very small because your body's using everything else to turn into glucose and sugar fuel for your body to run on. So losing muscle mass doesn't really happen. So if you've been holding a lot of weight and you have bigger muscles, you're not going to lose that weight of muscles. You're only going to lose the fat weight. That's why I say that at first I was like, if you're just 6'2", normal body, you could get down to 160, you know, perhaps in the high 150s. But if you've been holding weight, you're probably not going to get under 170 something. You'd have to do some weird things to lose. And I don't know if your body was out of proportion at some point, like if you did lose a bunch of weight and your body was really out of proportion, then you would just have to like exercise in a way to build up muscles the right way. And your muscles would just you would lose a little bit of muscle in certain places and build it in other places. But I'm saying, good, great, grand, wonderful. I can send you some nudes. I mean, progress pics. Hey, I'll take progress pics of only your butthole during progress from the beginning of the poop to the end of the poop, and send those to my email. It's called Joey Scott what is that, Gmail, Joey Scott at email, and orlanzen he still owes me apology.com, and at also I'm not sure what for, he might be a robot too.com. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do if I should go out into public today. That poop progress pics. Look at you popping off of them peas. Poop progress pics. Yep. Send some. That would just be peachy if you sent me some perfect poop progress pics. Perchance, pretend you were. Gotta use more P words there. P words are a lot of fun to alliterate. I've always liked alliterating P words. I don't know why. There's other words that are fun. S words are fun. You know, rhyming and kind of alliterating with like slippery, slimy, sloshy, stinky, shitty. Put those together. That's fun. Or you could just do the what's the who did the A to Z? Daniel Radcliffe, I think, did the whole thing. Was it Daniel Radcliffe or the other one? Or the Harry Potter guy. Is Daniel Radcliffe Harry Potter? Who's the one that was the other one then? The two that look alike. There was the Lord of the Rings. One of them can do the whole verse from the A to Z. Did Black Thought do it? Does anybody know what I'm talking about here? Where he alliterated the entire alphabet and rhymed it too, and he does it really, really fast as he's getting later and later into it. He does it faster, and it was either Harry Potter or the Lord of the Rings dude that does a version of it. See, this is why I should have just started this with a zoomies. But then again, I'm still kind of in the middle. If I'm doing a Zoom, I'm not gonna go really into the kitchen and cook again. And if I start a Zoom, I'm not gonna go to the park or the city. But I kind of want to go. I'm just stuck in between my motivation to be just sit here and get drunk and watch some movies and pass the fuck out and chat with you guys, or get in a skeet car and go to the quarter and listen to some music. Yeah, definitely be some music, but maybe perhaps not to the degree that I'd want it to be. Oh, and there might be, you know what it is, well, I know on Easter Sunday they do like a church thing. Wouldn't they have some sort of church thing going on today? Anybody know anything about, like, isn't like going to the church really a big thing on Christmas too? It's really cool because the church here is crazy outstanding. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I would highly suggest look up a picture of it if you've never been to New Orleans. Look up the church in New Orleans. Puffy is funny. Puffy is a funny word for yes. It's like a puffer fish. Puffer fish. That's funny. Certain sizes of women have different. It's always funny when you're with a chick that's smaller that has a puffer fish. It's very interesting. Like, why? This is strange. I mean, if you're with a chick, that is more sizable, you kind of expect such thing. Well, well. Apparently, it's just me and Carson talking a lot of mess. Joey Scott, uh, what up? What up? Orlan Zen has still comes through twice, says what's up, how you doing, and then says nothing else afterwards. Very suspect, very strange. I'll call him sus. He's as sus as Divine Hands Point. What is their purpose? What is their purpose? Who for what reason? Why waste your time? Why don't you go Robin Hood style? Why do these people always try to f with they always, you ever hear of old ladies getting scammed or something? Why do they try to scam people that are rich? You can get more money and you wouldn't feel bad. Get a Robin Hood these old rich people. I ain't old or rich. I know, right? Yeah, but her other accounts are also the same name, but they're spelled different. Like the spacing is different, which still doesn't make sense for anyone that doesn't produce videos. Doesn't make sense to do, unless of course it's someone that mimicked their account. Because like when I first started my shit, there was somebody on Facebook who was claiming to be me. I was like, I don't even have. They're like, hey, I follow you on Facebook. I was like, no, you don't. Like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't have a Facebook account. It's like, oh, well, somebody's on Facebook and they have your videos up claiming to be you. I was like, well, motherfucker, that ain't me. Yeah. So you're like, this motherfucker right here? Like, that ain't my shit. At what point did somebody like, you know, make money off of your person? You're like, I did this. Oh, this is my information. This is me. And like, cool. Like, people like donate through your fund on Facebook. I'm like, oh, I didn't. You gave it to somebody that's me. That is mine. So what am I do? Just go through all the different places you could find my shit. I'm like, what? corny motherfuckers. I mean, at least it's a high five to me mentally. Going, oh, must be very good. Maybe I'll make some videos just explaining to people like, this is where you find my information. I have an Instagram. Here's my Instagram. And pretty much on my shit, it says, here's my Instagram. Here's the ways to give me money. That's it. That's what you got. Beyond that, I don't exist. Well, I mean, I do exist. I'm standing right here. I'm sitting here. Well, not standing. I'm sitting. Yeah, the Orlan Zen. I don't know that one. Orlan Zen never really interacts too much, but there's some people that I do know that I do know exist. That they don't. They just put me on and they listen. They put me on and they listen. They're in the background cooking, or they got their headphones on, or they're at work, or they're at school. I know this exists. They're like, I can't really I can't type. I can't be. They got one earphone in, they're listening to the teacher, but they're also, they're taking their college classes, but like, they'd rather listen to me. And then there's people that are like at work, but they can't be like, they're trying to do portion of their job and still listen to me. And then there's people that they're kind of shy and they don't comment. Plenty of times I just lurk in people's rooms. But whatever. Okay, well, check it out. Whoever's here that's real or otherwise not real, whatever, feel free to come back. I will be back on a little bit. I'm gonna go do a duty. I'm gonna take a shower and put some clothes on and consider whether or not I'm just going to sit here and talk with you guys, or go to the park, or go to find some music. And we also could go to I could take you to a really cool place. I could take you to this amazing hotel that is lit up. It's one of the awesomer places in New Orleans to find indoor lighting. There's a lot of places that have this. It's gonna be really goofy to walk through and show you guys, because everyone's gonna have a fucking mask on. Oh, gag me. And it's a really ritzy hotel. But anyways, I could go show you that place, and it's in the quarter, and then I can take you and find some music. So come back in a little bit, and we will go on an adventure into the city, where I will consume food, we will listen to music, and go see some really cool indoor decorations with a giant tree, and yeah, you'll see it. It's cool. It's old Tatarian building. Good to see you, Super Champ. Seeing a little bit, Carson. Let's see what time is it on my side. It's 11:32 here. Poop, showering, and changing. I'll be back on before 1 o'clock. So 1.5. Give me 1.5 hours at the most, but probably less than that. It's gonna call, take a poop, and shower. Change. We'll be on our ways. Yes, cool, great, grand, wonderful. See you guys in a little bit, and be awesome, be weird, be strange, be inspiring, and happy day.